has or will the administration submit legislation for amending the Energy Policy Act 2005, and will that include waste confidence?
Well, okay. When you first asked the question, I thought you were referring to the part that dealt with NGNP.
Well, that and the waste confidence issue.
Okay, so on the legislation, as you know, Congressman, that deals with NGNP, has some verbiage in it that has been kind of overtaken by events. Right. And we need to get together soon in the administration to propose legislation that would correct some of those issues. I don't know of any discussion about waste confidence and legislation related to waste confidence. So that question kind of takes me by surprise, and I'd have to think about that.
Well, take the message back that we need to legislate waste confidence. If we don't, we're going to bring the nuclear industry to a standstill, because if we don't have a permanent geological repository, you can't really say you got waste confidence, and the NRC is going to say, I'm afraid anyway. I know that's hard to say, but
I understand that.
One other thing, the Defense Authorization Bill reduced the GPP, the General Plant Project limit from $10 million to $5 million for NNSA labs in 2011. We've supported a $10 million limit in this committee because it actually gives more flexibility to the labs to do some of the projects, and I've seen the results of it out in Idaho with some of the things that they've done. Do you support keeping the GPP limit at $10 million for the non-NNSA labs?
I do support that, and I believe Undersecretary Coonan said something similar for the Office of Science Lab.
Good. One last question. One of the very important projects that you're working on, one of the programs that's very important, is the Light Water Reactor Sustainability Program. Talk about the importance of that, the importance to our energy future, and what we hope to gain of that, and what is our 2011 goals for this program?
If the existing fleet of 104 reactors, if the vast majority of them, let's say 100, have license extension for 60 years, which seems like it's going to happen. Half of them already have been approved by the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. Then in the year 2029, the first of those will go offline. Their 60-year life will be over. And the last one in 2050. So that's 20% of our electricity that will go offline. And
of our green electricity.
70% of our green electricity will go offline. Most proposals or most predictions of Gen 3 reactor deployment and even small modular reactor deployment, it would be very difficult to make up that complete loss of the existing fleet. And so we think it's in the country's interest to participate with industry on dealing with issues that the Nuclear Regulatory Commission will ask if they were to ask for a further extension, a further license extension up to, let's say, 80 years. And so there are aging issues, materials issues, issues related to non-destructive evaluation. How would you, for example, use instruments to go in a reactor, portions of a reactor internals, to try to assess in real time what's the behavior, how is it aging. We think it's extremely important that the federal government participate in this when it's sure that it's the more long-term issues and the issues that go across reactor types, so that it's not getting into private things, proprietary things, that kind of thing with industry. So we think the program is extremely important.
Thank you, and thanks for the job you're doing. I look forward to working with you on these important projects for Idaho and for the country.